peoples, how you doing? It's me, Ryan. My channel is Endless Journey. I'm just on a road trip. I just crossed into the border of Utah from Arizona. I don't know if you can see it, but there's these beautiful snowy mountains ahead. Anyways, yeah, there's all these mountains with flat tops and a lot of space out here. And I kind of took a wrong turn. I was going to go through Monument Valley, but then I changed my mind. Or rather, you know what, I wasn't paying attention. I was listening to a podcast, and I completely missed my turn. So anyways, that's all good. This is just another way to go. But I came up, I crossed into Utah, and suddenly there was nobody around, no stores, no anything. And I don't know, I just kind of had a weird feeling come over me, like, oh wow, what if my car broke down? And I just felt really isolated for a moment here, and alone, very alone. It's very few in times that I find myself away from people entirely, other people, and it kind of made me feel a bit naked. So that's okay. It's all good. I have road insurance, road assistance I could call, all that, and you know, there's nothing wrong with being all alone in this moment. It's a beautiful day. There's nothing to fear. It's just a moment to enjoy. So anyways, that moment reminded me that I'd been meaning to do a video on loneliness, okay? So recently I had some feelings of loneliness come up about a month or two ago. I started meditating again, quite in a dedicated type of way rather than just more casually. And one of the first feelings that came up was loneliness. I would get it too when I laid down to go to sleep at night, or when I woke up on a weekend morning and I didn't necessarily have to rush off to work, and I was just there to do what I want in my unstructured time. And yes, it freaked me out a little bit. I've been lonely before, like when I have to move to a city I don't know anybody for work, or if I've been traveling too long. And you know, that I think that's just another word for that is homesickness. You know, homesickness, man, that's a very old phenomena. What about, it goes back as far as the Bible. I'm not really Christian per se, but just trying to think of old references, and what was it? On the rivers of Babylon, on the rivers of Babylon, where I remembered Zion. Anyways, wasn't it about the Israelites or the Egyptians that missed their home so much and kneeled down by the river and wept? I can't remember the fable, but it was basically about homesickness and how they were homesick, and I've definitely had that feeling. So basically it's a feeling that, like, we are become segregated, we're not supported by our environment, maybe our home. We become familiarized with where we live and the security of our home, and knowing the streets we drive down, and all of our friends and family that are around to support us if we ever got sick or needed to speak about something or needed some help with something. So being lonely, feeling lonely from time to time is a perfectly natural thing to have happen. And I don't really think you're, you know, mentally unwell to have this come up here and there. I just think it's part of the human experience. And you know, one day you're happy, one day you're sad, one day you're lonely, one day you feel supported. And so these things come up. I know we don't want to feel lonely all the time. We want to move past it. So as far as I could tell, once we have loneliness and we're aware of it, you basically have two choices, okay? Whoa, I almost ran over a chipmunk. In the first case, we are, as humans, I believe, pack animals. We're really not meant to be isolated forever. We can do it if we have to, and some people are naturally better than others. Some people just maybe learn to do it, but on the whole, I think the average person just feels better being part of a community, being part of a tribe, being part of a family, being supported. So when those feelings of loneliness come up, I know for me, sometimes I'm lazy. I don't take the action to go and be around people, to call someone that will just have a short conversation with me, to go and do a hobby where I'll be around like-minded people, to go to an event and just basically do something fun around people. Just make the choice to stand up and go somewhere and overcome any feelings of, lack of confidence or social discomfort or whatever's holding you back. If you're having feelings of loneliness, myself included, by all means, just go and do something around people, however simple that may be. Okay, so there's sometimes just going to be times, when you just can't do that. And, maybe you want to go out on a Friday night, but nobody's doing anything and you're there left by yourself. Maybe, I know for me, I've had to go on several work trips where I had to sit in hotel rooms by myself and far from home. And, I get this feeling in my own home even. And so I just have to sit down. As you know, if you watch my other videos, I love to meditate. So when I meditate, I can just sort of sit down and look at the feeling and put a little distance between that feeling and myself, and just basically let it be and say, okay, I admit that's how I feel, and just sit and just wade through it and just essentially come out on the other side, or not, or maybe you just gonna just let it be, and that's the way it is. So option 2 is just sit down and accept it and just be kind of easygoing about it. Don't fight it, don't freak out, just be gentle to yourself, and that's your second choice. So if you are having feelings of loneliness, don't freak out. If you're human, everybody has them. If you can, you have 2 choices. Go be around people. Go find like-minded people. It may take some time to find the right people, but build a community or 2. Meditate. Learn to meditate. Practice meditation. Practice keeping yourself company. Okay, so that's basically it. It's a very simple kind of breakdown, what kind of answer I came up with to myself about my own loneliness. And it's an interesting journey. It changes shape and form and intensity from day to day, but right now I'm feeling good because I'm making a video rather than sitting here by myself in my thoughts. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this beautiful landscape, and I got some snowy mountains in the background and some flat top mountains. Anyways, I'm gonna go enjoy my own personal time because I'm really okay with that. Okay guys, I hope you're good. I hope you got something out of this. Love and peace. Thanks for watching. And like, subscribe, yada yada yada, YouTube business. Okay, Ryan, endless journey. Peace and love. See ya.